Man, recording is in progress, bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. My name is Marcus. I'm here with Sefa and bro. It's episode 34. It's Memorial Day, and I didn't even realize it was Memorial Day until I think yesterday.
Yeah,
Something about a holiday. They were like, "Oh yeah, they're not gonna keep us, man. They're not gonna keep us past 12 to give us that holiday pay." I was like, "What holidays to Memorial Day?"
I was texting you yesterday to see if we were still good today because I
Hmm.
wasn't sure if you had plans.
Yeah,
So I was just like, "Hey, bro, what's good, man? We still good?"
yeah,
Thankfully,
yeah.
we're both losers, so you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We might have something later, but
Try to add
like
on.
right, yeah, just add it on, just add it on to the list. No, I don't know, I doubt it, but yeah, like with Memorial Day itself, bro, like I didn't really get into it like that. I didn't know it was that. It's very important until Samoa, you know?
Mm,
When in Memorial Day, everybody just cleans up their families, their gravestones,
yeah.
they clean up the land. Just, it's very, very respectful to the dead, and
Hmm.
it's in the name of the holiday, Memorial Day. But every time I hear that, I always think it's just for veterans.
I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
I
You
think it
know,
is.
like just it's like according to our government, it's really for the veterans who exactly. Fought
Yeah.
for our country and whatnot. But in Samoa, they opened my mind up to it being, extended to your lost loved ones. And I thought that was, I always thought that was beautiful, man. I loved cleaning everything up and making it
Hmm.
look all nice and shiny, repainting the stuff. Like, bro, I don't know, man. It really puts everything into perspective too. That like it doesn't just have to be the veterans, even though there's a lot of our own people as veterans who are gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shout out to Uncle Sam. Jesus Christ.
So
Uh
in Samoa, did you used to travel to other villages?
nah,
You
I
just
was a
stayed in
homebody.
Fangalo?
Yeah, I just stayed in
No, no. I
Fangalo.
mean, I mean for Memorial Day.
For
Did you?
Memorial Day, no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
And you know what? I should have, man. I got my family out there in Naua too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So yeah, I definitely should have, but it's just, young and dumb.
Yeah, we
But
we we used to go as a family to Awashi,
mm,
and we would go over there and clean up the grave and
mm-hmm.
clean up the house, paint everything, and we sometimes Mocha and Keko would bring the power washer.
Yeah.
Bruh, we brought the power washer, right? Gecko did the whole front.
Mm-hmm.
Like he literally did the whole front. He was working for like an hour. He was doing the whole front. And like me, I didn't really do much. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just a motivational support.
Right. The
I was the
supervisor.
yeah, I was the supervisor. I was the overseer.
Mm.
Bruh, tell me why. Gecko did the whole front for like a whole hour. Mocha was cleaning up. Me and Mocha was like sweeping and watering or whatever. And then I was like, oh shoot, I'm finna, after Gecko got off, I was like, oh, I'm finna try, I'm finna do some of this. This looked pretty easy, I could do it.
Right.
I go to get the thing and I have to start it. You have to like it's like a pull, like a like
Mm-hmm.
a like a
Like a
lawnmower.
lawnmower. Mm-hmm.
Bruh. I didn't even do anything yet. I go to grab the little thing, the pull string, whatever.
Yeah.
And you gotta I put my hand on it to try to like get some leverage so I could pull it. Bro, tell me why I
Mm-hmm.
touched the engine. I didn't even I didn't even do anything. I grabbed right onto the hottest part of the thing and burnt my hands. Bro, I had to go inside. I was my grandma was like looking over me like, "Are you okay, son?" Meanwhile, Walker and Keko and like Nathan, they was all doing the real work, and I was just sitting there.
You're like, like when Michael burnt his foot on the toaster oven on the George Foreman grill.
I didn't even do anything, bro. I freaking burnt my hand right there, bro. Like 2 seconds of trying to be productive.
Oh my
I was in
god,
the I was in
bro.
the house eating ice cream, like
Ow! Oh, my hands. Hey, don't give Sefa any real work to do. Okay,
I,
he's
I
gonna
was
burn his hands on the engine.
I got a lot better over the years, but that was
Good.
early on in my sophomore career. So
Yeah, yeah, for real.
they had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Yup.
Yeah, shout out to
Yep.
Al Asi, shout out to that That power washer.
Yeah,
one,
that shit is.
one old power washer.
Damn, I don't think I've ever seen a power washer with an engine. Like, we have the ones where you just attach the hose to it and shit, and that shit is powerful and fun and easy. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fun as hell to use, bro. You probably needed that. You needed that version.
I had to get my hand burned so I could learn my lesson.
Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes you gotta burn your hand to learn something valuable. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess. How before we get into the second part of the Memorial Day thing, how have you been, bro? Catch us up, man.
Yeah, I've been good, man. I've been really good. Things are looking up for your boy. I'm on the last season of Snowfall, right? And I'm almost done with it, bro. I'm almost done. I keep slacking on it, but there are other things happening. But I mean, damn, Unc, man, RP Unc. That's all I'll say. But yeah, other than that, bro, just been working, same old shit, trying to figure things out. And yeah, what's up? What's up with you, motherfucker?
Nah. Before we go to me, Charlie. Shout out to the Uso Charlie.
Yeah.
He was listening to the Patreon. I guess he was catching up on the old Patreons. And he said that we should have a segment where Marcus hits on girls.
Oh God, no, we shouldn't.
He said you got to hit on a girl once a week and talk about it on the podcast. He said it was hilarious. He was like, bro, that one was funny. He needs to do that every week.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not gonna have this show captured by fucking failings and hollering. You know what I'm saying?
It don't always have to fail.
Yeah,
you never
right.
Know.
Right, you put up 10,000 shots. Something will land, right?
One of them things is gonna go in.
Right. Yeah,
and it might go in. It might go in for the win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Shooter's gonna shoot, bro.
Yeah. Oh, side note on that. Hey, look how that works. Shout out to the Patreon members, the Patreon subscribers. For those of y'all that don't know, we do have a Polytickin Podcast Patreon page.
Patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast. Okay, $5 a month. $5 a month gets you extra episodes, man. You get access to the video that we put out on Wednesday of this, and an extra episode on Friday, just for the Patreon and exclusive. So, yeah, we're getting to it, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're getting to it. Okay, we're just gonna hammer it home. We're hammering it home. Okay, we're really out here.
As for me, I've been.
What's
chilling.
going on with you?
As for me, I've been chilling. The other day, I went on a little adventure. You feel me?
Oh yeah, what happened?
I just went walking. Bro. I was walking for like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
And I don't know how it is out there, but out here is caterpillar season like crazy.
Yo, don't get me started on caterpillars, bro. So I'm going to introduce me to some bright ass caterpillars.
No, are those the caterpillars or are those the
centipedes, whatever they are?
Different. Centipedes are different.
Yeah,
caterpillars are smaller.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I just want to say, whoever's the dude who wrote the caterpillar book, I want to fight you.
Why? I never read
because he made book. Him. You know what I'm talking about, though. The big old caterpillar, and it's a book, and like he's eating. You know, Bro, he made caterpillars look so nice and cute and cuddly and sweet and adorable.
That's how they get you, bro.
Bro, caterpillars are horrible, dog.
Yeah, I believe it.
So I was walking. They got like a little creek over here, so I walked, the pathway of the creek. Then I walked to this park, and I was sitting at the bench, bro. I didn't even realize there was caterpillars everywhere, and like they was all on me.
Hell yeah.
On my shoulders, on my shirt. I had them squished. Like I had my arms down, like on my side, and I was squishing them. I didn't even know because they're so squishy.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was horrible. I was gonna walk.
Wait, you didn't feel them while you was walking? Like they
I only felt
drop onto you?
I only felt the webs. Like you could feel the webs, but like you can't really see them all the time because they're so small. Bruh, I had them on my shoes, on my arms. Like it was disgusting, bro. Yeah, so like scary. I did plan on walking like through the whole the creek and through the parks and stuff, but after that I just went straight city route. And I was just like ew. And I have to bring this up because my girl, she made a comment when I told her about my little adventure. And it's not how it played out, but it is kind of.
Oh my God! Stop
I
building
gotta,
up the suspense and tell me. Okay, what happened?
I kind of sort of got a taste of my own medicine.
Oh Jesus
But it
Christ!
wasn't,
Okay.
it wasn't. All right, I'm explaining to you. So I'm walking, and like it's super hot, it's super sunny. So I'm taking breaks. Like they got
Nice.
little rock walls that I'm sitting on,
You
whatever.
got a
So
flask with you? You got water with you?
I got a Gatorade and I got some oranges. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Next
Yeah.
time, bring some water.
Well,
Bring some water plus the Gatorade and the oranges.
okay, Mr. Walker Patrol Ranger.
Yeah, okay. He goes on a 5-hour walk and gets surrounded by freaking caterpillars. He's like, ew.
Next time, you're gonna want to bring some water with you. Okay, you're gonna stay hydrating. You'll stay.
Yeah.
What else? What else should I bring, Marcus?
Yeah, nothing else. You're good at that. Yeah, you're good with that.
So I'm
All right,
walking,
so what happened?
and I'm taking breaks, and one of the breaks I happen to take is at a bus stop.
Okay.
So I'm sitting at the bus stop, and it's hot. I'm sweating, and I got my backpack with me, and I'm on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I see this guy. He crossing the street, and I'm just like, oh God, I ain't trying to talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody. And so the guy crosses the street. He ends up coming, and he's walking to sit at the bench with me.
Okay.
And so I'm like, so I look up just to acknowledge and just say what's up. And he was obviously special. Like I seen, you can see his eyes.
Right.
And he was like, hi. And then I was like, oh, hello, how you doing? And then he goes, do you want a quarter? And I was like, at first I was just kind of thrown off guard, and I was just like, oh no, I'm fine, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Walk. And then I tell my girl the story, and she's just like, oh my God, it happened to you. And I was like, what? She was like, you were at the bus stop and someone thought you were homeless. I was like, that's not what he thought. No, he was just being friendly. She was like, I don't know if you would have offered a quarter to anybody.
Yeah.
You gotta look like you needed one, maybe, to him. So I guess in a sense, that's karma that I got hit with the same medicine I gave somebody on accident. Nah.
Hey. Well, I mean, you both have really good intentions, but bring some water next time. Maybe you will look less homeless.
I look dehydrated.
Yeah. Brad he just had a bag of orange slices on him. Oh yeah. Oh man, good on that guy for offering you the quarter, bro.
Yeah, shout out to bro, man.
He was just looking out for his fellow man.
I didn't think anything of it until my girl broke it down to me that I was the one. It was roles reversed, and then I was just like, "Damn, I guess so."
Yeah, bro had the caterpillars on him. Caterpillars on him. He walked 4 or 5 hours, bro. trying to. I don't know, bro.
Oh man, I was looking a mess. Bro.
Hey, it's all for our benefit, bro. It's all for your own. You know what I'm saying?
It's anything for content, bro.
No, it's not even that. He's doing that he was walking for 4 or 5 hours for his health, and he ended up looking homeless. Damn it, bro. We can't do anything right.
Hold on, man. So, anyways,
yeah.
We were talking about Memorial Day, and you were talking about how in Samoa, Memorial Day is more for everyone, not just military folks. Right. It's only right that on Memorial Day we bring up the great late Tina Turner. So how did you hear about it?
I think I seen it either on Twitter or Instagram, and I might have seen it on the ticker at the bottom of the news thing on like CNN or whatever. Yeah. Rest in peace to Tina Turner. I'll be honest, I didn't listen to a lot of like Ike and Tina Turner. Like the most exposure I had to her and their music was the dysfunctional relationship between the two. You know what I'm saying? But I know of her importance. She definitely deserved her flowers. I seen some people saying she's like the queen of rock and roll, and I was like, damn, I got to start listening to more Tina Turner, bro. And the songs that I have are, they're really good.
Yeah,
she was awesome. I don't really know what Ike did. Was he a singer too, or no? He was
he was like one of the he was one of the originators of rock and roll music. So he was
along with like Chuck Berry and them.
Yeah, he was up there. So I'm gonna be real, like my whole life I was confusing. I don't know if it was just me, but I would think Tina Turner was synonymous with Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Like I confused them a lot. And I didn't realize until later on that Tina Turner was like actually like way older. Or not, I don't know
Yeah.
about way older, but she was, before.
Yeah.
And so when I was
Before like 2 generations, 3 generations
yeah,
before almost.
so I didn't realize that they were, they had very similar stories,
Mm-hmm.
and so they kind of just in my head were the same person. But
Mm-hmm.
after she passed, my girl, she's a big fan. So she was
Mm-hmm.
lacing me up on a lot of her music and a lot of, like her story. And she was like a really big motivation and inspiration for a lot of women in abusive relationships, or
Mm.
just women just, overcoming, certain things in their lives. Cause she came from a small city or a small town. She ended up meeting Ike. She married him. She became recognized for her voice and her music. She left him, and she didn't take a thing from him.
Mm.
Like, the only thing she took out of that marriage was her name, Tina Turner, because her
Mm.
name wasn't actually Tina, and her last name, that was his last name. But
Right.
she took it because that's what she was known for. And he
Smart
was like,
move.
you know what, fine. But he kept the car, the house, cars, the house, the music, all of that. And she was like, she was older, and she was just on her own now. And she ended up being even bigger than what she was before.
Right. Very
She
smart move on her part.
she became, they say she became like a rock star at 42.
Mm.
Like that was a thing. So just reading up on her story like afterwards, I was like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Just knowing that what she came from. And then she ended up getting married, and she married this dude from like, I don't know, Switzerland, some white country way over there, and like some rich guy from Swiss, and like ended up being really happy with him. So much so to the point where when she was, I think it was 2016, she was planning on having assisted suicide because she was having kidney failure. He actually went in and donated his kidney to her, and
Mm.
he bought her, some of this, just 7 extra years. So
Mm.
like like the whole story of her like being triumphant through all of that, it was like super sad when you hear about everything that she went through, the abuse and everything, and then when
But
you hear
I
about
mean,
her,
after the
yeah,
triumphs.
for her to
Oh,
come out of that, and then
yeah.
on top of that, for it to come full circle and be with somebody who, instead of taking everything, was giving her, giving to her. I
Giving
thought that
her
was,
life.
yeah,
That's crazy.
that was a dope way to bring that full circle.
Damn, that's cool, man. That's really cool, bro. She's
Yeah,
definitely a huge pioneer in just music, bro, and just
yeah.
everything. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I truly did not know her story beyond the abusive relationship she had with that fool Ike. But like there are a lot of singers with those kind of tragic backstories too, man.
Hmm.
I think well, I don't want to, assume anything, but a lot of like female singers like grew up super rough, bro, like Etta
Yeah.
James in them,
Hmm.
they just all of that, dog. So it just, I don't know, it just turned them into a legend, I guess. And as sad as it is to lose a legend like that, like we look to her for inspiration to,
Hmm.
there are things on the other side. Ladies, she's definitely one for y'all. Okay,
Bro, did you
definitely one
know
to look up to.
she sang that song "Simply the Best"? You're
No,
simply the best. Dun, 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 dun. She
uh,
sings that song. I
oh
didn't know
shit.
that. I thought it was a white dude. So
Hmm.
we was listening to her essential playlist, and then that song played second after the "What's Love Got to Do with It," and that song
Okay,
came on, and I was like, "Did she do like a feature?" Or something? It
I
was
didn't
like,
even know. Yeah,
bro, that song is a banger, bro.
what? Oh
I was
yeah.
the simply the bro. I was like, wait,
I don't think I've heard that one. I've heard
you
yeah, what's
have.
love got
I'm
I
gonna tell you
have.
right now, you have.
Okay.
It's one of those songs that's just, I don't even know how I heard it.
Right.
I
Like
don't
you
know how I know it, but
instantly recognizable without knowing
yeah,
where you heard it. Ah,
it's
okay.
one of those. It's one of,
Okay.
as soon as you listen after this, I'm gonna call you and you're gonna listen to it. You're gonna be like, I know this song, but I had no idea it was Tina Turner this my whole life.
Okay.
I
Hell
didn't even know it
yeah.
was a girl. I thought it was a dude.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's crazy. I really I think y'all should go. Anybody listening who's not too familiar, y'all should go listen to that essential playlist, and then you'll realize like, holy, like she's
She's got her fingerprints on everything, huh?
everything, you
That's
know.
tight. That's
Um
tight.
Also, just a little connector. I totally forgot about this, but while I was, doing my research and on Twitter and reading all these tweets, there were also a
Mhm.
lot of naysayers and also a lot of people who were saying, well, what about this? And what about this? And
Like
one of the
with what?
things, so one of the things that was being quoted was Quincy Jones. I think it might have been Quincy Jones or L.A. Reid, one of those older guys in music. There was an interview where he said, yeah, Tina Turner said she wouldn't want to be in a Color Purple. She said you couldn't pay me to play a black person in a movie. And
Okay.
mind you, everybody's quoting this, and people weren't really saying like, who's to say this was an actual quote? Like this is
Right.
this is
Context.
hearsay. Like you
Context.
can't quote it from her being from her when it's coming from someone else.
Right.
But the backlash and like the uproar that people were having towards her off of this one quote, it
Oh
kind of
yeah.
it kind to bring it back to the Polytickin Podcast, to bring it back to us. It reminded me of Junior Seau.
Mm.
So I don't know if you felt this way, but when Junior Seau passed, there was a lot of people that loved him, but there was also a handful of people who had a lot to say.
I've
And
seen, yeah, I saw glimpses of those. Yeah, I
and
remember
there
seeing
was
glimpses of those.
there were like, interview excerpts from Junior Seau where I don't know if they were misconstrued or maybe they were true, but it was talking about how he was very like anti-Samoan because he didn't
Mm.
like the way that Samoans carried themselves. Because at the
Mm.
time, especially where he was at, in SoCal, Southern California, a lot of everybody was a gangbanger mostly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't like the way they composed themselves, and so he said something about it. And so when he passed, I seen a lot, and I never knew any of that, but I seen a
Yeah,
lot of people
me neither.
talking down on him, and I was like, this is Junior Seau, the greatest of all time. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a Troy then, we had Seau, and so uh just seeing their own people talking down on them reminded me of that. Do you remember when Junior Seau passed? Like any of that talk?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I remember seeing glimpses of that. I don't remember seeing that specific one though. The anti-Samoan stuff. I didn't know about any
Yeah.
of that till you just told me.
Mm.
Um, I think I've seen a lot of hearsay about him being like, was it him being abusive? He was
I
like,
think that was later on. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, seen things like that. The very strong stuff that people were bringing up. But after his death,
yeah,
so it always just it like as gruesome as those things are, we just don't know if they happen, and it's just really fucking weird to be talking down on the man who passed away. Like talk
yeah.
about it, he's
Hmm.
gone. He can't defend himself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
Yeah,
I try to stay away from those. Like I seen that Junior Seau passed away, and it just made me reminiscent of seeing his posters and shit on like the cousins' walls and shit. But
hmm,
just seeing all that negativity, I would see it and it was like, oh man, you guys suck. You can't even leave it well enough alone, bro. Like the
yeah,
guy is gone, man. Like damn. And I guess people want to break down like all that stuff, like the SA stuff, the abuse stuff, the anti-Samoan stuff, and make a thing out of it. But it's like, bro, why even engage in that discourse when the man is gone? Like,
yeah,
talk about that in another context, bro. Like the
hmm,
man is gone. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Have your own separate discussion without having to talk down on a legend, bruh.
hmm.
On a legend in our community, bruh. And just to combat all that, it's like, bruh, the CTE,
It's real
this
bad,
real bad,
real
and
bad. I mean, yeah,
that doesn't absolve whatever, and it's all allegations and hearsay anyway. So I truly don't know. But what the fact is, he has CTE and things happen. So
hmm,
I don't know. And those, like, again, those are separate conversations to have away from the context of the death of Junior Seau, bruh.
hmm.
So yeah, let's have those discussions, but let the man
And
let him rest.
yeah, and same thing with Tina Turner.
And same thing with Tina Turner. Yeah.
Just reading through the tweets, it like it brought me back to something that was relative to me, which was seeing our own people trash one of our own, you know, and
Better talk about it. Better
yeah,
tell him.
and but to on a lighter note, we pull it off on a lighter note. Rest in peace, Junior Seau. Rest in peace, Tina Turner. On a lighter note, when it's other people hating on our people, sometimes it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know if you've been seeing this, bro, But there's a lot of uproar going on the Facebook, especially on Facebook.
Oh, I don't even want to. As soon as you said,
You
especially on
know,
Facebook,
you
I'm
know
just
what
like,
goes on Facebook,
yeah,
bro.
I do. Yeah.
It's like Texas online.
Yeah.
But
You would think
especially,
Twitter is that way, but Facebook is that way because of all the older people on
yeah,
there
yeah,
with no social media etiquette who are just like,
yeah.
you know what?
Hey,
You.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was so tempted to just reply to everything that I
Don't
saw.
see, that's how they get you, bro. You just keep adding to the cesspool. You can't
I
do
was
that, bro.
I want to add to it though. So for those of y'all that don't know, on our last episode we talked about Iam Tongi winning American Idol, but
Yeah.
since then a lot of things have transpired. One of which is there was this specifically was a Unilad post saying that it basically was highlighting or emphasizing the fact that a lot of people were saying he didn't deserve to win. And first of all, Unilad, y'all some hoes. Uh, because
I like some of their posts too, man. All
it's
right.
whole they know like you can't be that big of a platform and be unaware of what your choices will transpire, like what will happen after you do things.
Well, okay,
They
so you mean
knew
so in this context, they knew that talking about the negative responses would bring traffic,
will bring more negative
more
responses,
negative responses. Okay,
you
but
know.
do you think there's merit in bringing it up to have that discussion anyway, so that people like us will have the discussion that we're having now? You know what I'm saying? There might be a little merit to that, but yeah, I'm with you on they are definitely aware enough to know that what they're pushing out there to have people do the negative reactions will definitely get those negative reactions. But there has to be something said about throwing it out there to for us to have the discussion about it, because man, I know shit like that will rile you up. You know what I'm saying? People of other cultures talking about
Yeah,
him, this specifically, which is it's rigged. People of outside the culture saying that it's rigged, and
yeah.
that shit'll get under your skin. So yeah, talking about it is cool. But then Unilad, I don't know, man. You're a big platform, and we know you're chasing the dollars. Okay,
They,
we
bro,
know it.
and I purposely, because I seen this and I was like, they know what they're doing. They
Right.
know that this type of post is gonna stir up some controversy, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna bring all these roaches out to comment, because the haters is the ones that comment the most.
Yes.
Like rarely do you go on a post and see all positive comments.
Yes.
Sometimes, like when you give money to homeless people or whatever, those little heartwarming, but for the most part, it's like, it's not the nicest. So they knew what they were doing. And I purposely, as soon as I realized what they was trying to do, I went through their page and I looked through their posts. And when I tell you, this was the most engaged post that they've had in over a year.
Mm,
That's exactly what it was.
mm,
I
yeah.
went back at least 10 months and there was nothing with that amount of comments, of likes, of
What were the other
dislikes,
posts?
shares,
Do you remember what were the other posts
like
that you
random
remember?
stuff about animals, random stuff about people, random people doing extraordinary things. Like, it was just like just random little,
Yeah.
Tina Turner, just random things. But this was
Yeah.
the most like discussed thing, and they knew it. They knew that
Mm-hmm.
would happen. They knew that people would go into there and air their grievances out. And
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. It just makes me feel icky to know that people are gonna do that. Like if you do it off of something positive,
Right.
that's different. If you do it bigging somebody up and then it
Mm-hmm.
goes viral or it gets that engagement, cool. Because then all of them comments is most likely gonna be, I love
Positive.
them. That's
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. There'll be a couple stragglers here and there that's going to be like, oh, he didn't deserve it. But when
Yeah.
you put out a post saying, oh, a lot of people are saying that he doesn't deserve it, it's going to empower the haters to be like, I agree.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And then
Right.
they get off their little, I
Yeah.
was on there, bro. Oh my dog.
Yeah.
It took everything in me, and I was like, dang, I wish I didn't have my full name on this damn account. Cause because I'm looking at the comments and it's like people with fake names and dogs as their profile pictures.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
finna
I'm sensing
argue
a
with it.
common theme here. How come the biggest haters on the internet have pictures of dogs and shit? They can't even show their real face, and the ratio's looking weird. The
Uh,
things they're talking about is weird. So yeah, we just gotta put these things together and get them the fuck out of here.
dog.
Got it. You know
I'm
what I
telling
mean?
you, if I were to ever get money to buy Twitter, the first thing I'm doing is you have to upload your passport or your ID to identify who you are.
Right. Well,
And
yeah. You're stepping on my rights to do that, Sefa. I don't want to do that. You're stepping on my right to not have to do that.
nope. They gotta your name has to be in your profile, and everything you say has to it has to correlate with
Do you
who
expect
you
me to
are.
put my social security number up on there too?
Hey, if you want, but I'm saying I gotta know who you are
Mm-hmm.
if you gonna talk to me. So like I was halfway there. I was gonna comment. It was some crazy, bruh. There was some
Oh
people
yeah.
on there. They was like, yeah, I knew he'd win. He was the biggest charity case over there. He checked all the
Oh,
boxes of being a victim.
oh
He
my
checked all the.
God, bro.
His dad died. He's not in the greatest shape.
Come on,
Come
bro.
on, who's not gonna? He's a minority.
Come on,
You
bro.
know,
The anonymity of the internet is very powerful to weak ass fools, bro.
yeah, it was
You know?
it was pissed me off.
It pissed me off. It pissed me off a lot. Shit. Some
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah,
So
my guy's fired up. Yeah, nah, bro. And that's real, man. And I ask about their past content, just to kind of try to get an idea of what Unilad was about before, their most discussed post, about Iam Tongi and shit. And if it's just some random shit, right? Random, but then like I remember watching a lot of Unilad videos too, and a lot of them would be like highlighting positive shit that happened in like different third
mhm.
world countries. So I remember
Yeah,
seeing those.
yeah.
Yeah, and I remember seeing those. So but it 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 definitely start a trend once they see that the one with the most negative fucking reaction is the one getting the most engagement and doing the most
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah, it could definitely start a trend, but I don't know with Unilast specifically, like they haven't shown that they're willing to stoop that low some more after this. So I don't know. Let's hope that they can see right through that. Because if their past shit was just random assortment of bullshit or just some cool positive shit from other countries, then maybe there's a chance of what, let's do something else also on top of this,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
capitalize. Maybe they can parlay the reaction they got from this post into the shit that they did before, which is probably like their own brand of whatever the fuck, their randomness. Their
Yeah.
randomness is their brand, so maybe it can elevate that cool positive shit that they did that didn't get as much engagement. So I don't know, man. Take it or
I
leave it, but it's all these platforms just suck ass. Everyone is dirty. Everyone is dirty, and everyone wants money, us included. You
I,
know.
I ain't gonna lie. Part of the reason why I felt okay with not responding
Mm-hmm.
was because every hate comment had about 20 Samoan, Polynesian, Pacific Islander people underneath the comment.
Ufa, ufa.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Kiss
lie,
me
bro.
like guy. You
Hey,
suck my. Yeah,
I ain't gonna
bro.
lie, bro.
Come
I
on,
ain't gonna lie. I love our people. We will show up. We will
bro.
show up, bro.
And
Them
as
comments, half of them whole comments, like 1,000, 100,000, however many, half of that was Samoan people in there speaking Samoan to each other, talking mess about the person above, hating. It was beautiful, bro. I
yeah,
loved it.
bro. As as much shit as you're talking about with the negative shit, dog. You're right. The people will show up if they love a
Yeah,
motherfucker enough. They love Iam Tongi, bro. They will
yeah,
show up for the bro.
for
They
real.
are showing up for those. So yeah, man, it's a give or take, bro. It's a give or take, man. So yeah, well, shout out to y'all. You better upload your real picture,
Uh,
fucking weak ass fools.
one of
Freaking
one of the topics that we had, one of the things that popped up in the group chat with Lance and everybody in that group chat was uh a worry for Iam Tongi now that he's the winner. The 2021 or maybe the 2020
mm,
American Idol winner. She was young. I think she was 20 at the time.
mhm,
Now she's like 23, 24. At the time, before she entered American Idol, she was singing on the subways and she was singing, in public. Then she won. She got a deal, whatever that
mhm.
deal was, $250,000 deal. And now, 3 years later, she's back to singing on the subway.
Mm. Yeah, her name
And
was
it's like,
Just Sam. Just Sam, 2020. Yeah.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was a thing. It was like an eye opener thing to see. Like, dang, bro, like this is literally the winner, and this ain't no winner from 2016. Like, this is a winner from a few years ago. And she was, and bro, like she is talented. Like
Yeah.
listening to her Instagram, I was on her Instagram, like listening to her videos.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, she has the coldest voice, bro. Like she's legit like a singer.
Nice.
And so to know that you could be in a position to win American Idol, to be at the top, to
Mm-hmm.
granted, it did happen during the pandemic and it was not the same.
Right.
Like if you watch the final scene where they announced that she was the winner, it was over Zoom. So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't the same, it was,
But
maybe
she still got signed to a deal, I
yeah,
seen on the thing. And that
yeah.
just, it all just sounds like predatory, label business shit, taking
Hmm.
advantage of a young winner of American Idol, bruh. You know? And she probably didn't have a lawyer present to help her out, or maybe not
Yeah.
proper management yet to like really sort this out. Because, man,
Hmm.
I'm sure, so much shit, like they could just do so much with what little you have. And
Yeah.
250,000 isn't little, but to them, that's nothing.
Yeah.
They can easily take that from you. You know what
And
I'm
it's
saying?
not,
So
and I don't even think it's 250 in paper. I think it's 250 to create an album,
for marketing, for
for
whatever it is to do.
marketing,
Yeah.
promotion. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's a big thing. Do you fear like having that happen to Iam Tongi, or how do you feel?
Um. Yeah, I feel like he seems like he has a good team around him right now. I don't know too much about his team, but I mean it just sounds like this is regular shit. Every idol winner will probably get some people who are like, oh yeah, I want to back him and do whatever it is. But I
Hmm.
think with the right people, I think he has the right people to make a good decision to, or maybe he'll make the good, because he seems wise. For
Yeah.
he seems very wise to the
Hmm.
decisions he's made on the show. He seems wise and smart enough to move around that and sidestep that. I think he it's definitely a fear that that could happen to him, is because it's always a possibility. But with
Hmm.
him, he should be. I think he seems smart enough to know that that's bullshit, and he really just
Yeah.
wants to help his people out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his true. I could just. I'm definitely just speculating here, but it doesn't feel like he just wants to be some huge superstar singer. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I just feel like he's good with what
Too
he
late.
does. Yeah, too late. Yeah,
Too late.
exactly. Right, too
Yeah.
late. Yeah,
Uh,
but I think he's gonna make the right moves and the right decisions to have to avoid going back to singing in a subway or on the streets or whatever it was. But then he already had an established audience before that. He was singing. You said
yeah.
it, bro. He's been out here grinding on his own for years already. You
Hmm.
know? So I think he could be, he'll be good once he still establishes that the stuff before American Idol, and he keeps that up, keeps that
Yeah.
strong, and he'll just add more to his already growing fan base from Idol. So
Hmm.
yeah, I definitely a fear that always be there because the music industry is disgusting, but I think he's good.
I think I think I'm not really too worried about it because first of all, um, I just feel like us as a people, we're a lot more grounded.
Mm,
We're a lot more grounded than most. And I feel like
mm,
it's because we're so family oriented.
mm-hmm,
It's like, when you're successful, in a position where like you don't really see too many people outside of your immediate family,
right.
it's easy to be in a bubble.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to just be in your own little world and to just do you, and then you can have these thoughts and these ideas and things could spring into formation, and then you
Mm-hmm,
go from there, and then like you don't really have to check in with people
right.
because you're like usually typically Western family household, like westernized whatever
Yeah.
Americanized households, is kind of like just y'all.
Mm-hmm,
I feel like us as a people, we're a lot more communal, community
mm-hmm,
based. And so like you don't have to check in per se, but like you're seeing everyone. And
mm-hmm,
it's harder to just be in your bubble when
mm-hmm,
you're going to church, and then you're going to a birthday party with 100 people, and then you're going to a barbecue on a random Saturday, and Memorial Day you go clean up the graves and you're running into everybody.
mm,
So I just feel like the way that our lifestyles are set up, it's a lot easier to be grounded, and from that I feel like all of these smoke and mirrors, you know, the lights and the cameras and the fool's gold, I feel like that just doesn't affect us as much.
Mm.
You know, I feel like
Mm.
you know how like
Such
people,
real shit, bro.
you know how people get rich, like regular people, like non-polys get rich, and then they go and buy a car, and buy a house, and buy whatever, bruh. Like in my family, like my family, the people that have gotten money, like lump sums of money. You know, I'm not gonna specifically put anybody out there, but they got lump sums of money.
Mm-hmm.
The way they burnt out, the way they burnt through the money wasn't like, I mean, I guess you could say it was showing off, but it wasn't like buying a car, buying a house, or buying jewelry. It was literally after church, everybody let's go to the buffet.
Mm.
For weeks at a time, you know.
Yeah.
So even the way we floss and stunt is a totally different. Of course, in Samoa, you got the people with the big trucks and the big cars
Yeah,
and
you
the
got that
loud,
everywhere. You got that
yeah.
everywhere.
But
Every
like,
ethnicity, every culture got that.
one of one of the few ways to floss in our community that's just specific to us
Oh
is
yeah.
tell it after church. Everybody go meet you guys at hotel buffet, and
Oh yeah.
don't worry, I got you. Like that's
Yeah.
one of the, you know, and it's just to me, even though like that, of course, that could be negative, but I just look at it as like that's so dope that like one of our things to like one of our ways of like flexing or flossing
Mm-hmm.
is to bring everybody around,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really too worried. I'm not really too worried about that. I feel like also in our community we have so many like legendary Pacific Islander artists
Oh
from
yeah.
Hawaii that are
Yeah.
that I'm sure, you know, he
Are
already
very
had,
successful themselves in their lane doing
and,
what they do without
and they
having to be in front of a lot of cameras.
and they know what to do, and I feel like it would not take much for them to want to help him,
Oh
guide him
yeah.
into being, you know.
Yeah.
One of
Definitely.
one of the few things though that I will say
Oh
is
Jesus.
I'm seeing I'm seeing those with merch, and I'm seeing some companies like hop in with merch and all that, and I really, bruh, if you listening to this and you know him, because like I know him, you know, we chatting up here and there, but I don't know him well enough to be like, hey, bro, listen, if you
Well,
know
we get
him,
it, Sevo. You got all these famous freaking friends, dude.
hey, bro, the music get
I
me
know,
out,
man.
the
I
music, bro,
know.
put in the
Damn.
work. But I would say, like, I don't, I don't know if people understand how easy it is to make merch. So like if you go into these like these business opportunity or deals with merch,
Mhm.
like I hope y'all ain't doing no 50-50 on that. Like I
Right.
hope, you know, your likeness is worth a lot more than the ability to put stuff on a shirt,
Man.
because that ability is super simple.
Right.
Getting the blanks is super simple.
Cut the middleman
Not
out.
and not even the middleman. It just, if you understand like how little that they have to do to make it a 70-30. Make it
Mm.
a 60. You don't make it a 50-50, because his likeness is gonna make whoever he partners with on a merch deal or whatever,
A
is
lot.
gonna make them skyrocket. It's gonna be way
Mm-hmm.
more than whatever business they're getting prior.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, bro, uh, designing it, you could pay someone $300-400 to design a dope graphic, and then
Mm-hmm.
putting it on a t-shirt, it costs $10.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if I was somebody there, I would advise him to get his team to really look into that, to do it themselves or something, because
I
if you're
man,
doing a
that's that's
deal,
that's that's where my head went to is doing it
yeah,
yourself, man. All right,
yeah.
go keep going.
No, I'm just saying. I was looking at him. He had a couple of t-shirts that he was promoting, and it wasn't through him. It was through his like through these other businesses. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, like, you know, it's cool to show love, but at the same time, if he's showing love to these companies that are like, there was one that put Priced Out of Paradise and had his
Mm-hmm.
silhouette on it. Like, it's cool to show love for him to be like, yo, bro, of course that's cool. But
Yeah.
at the same time, bro, like it gotta be mutual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
up right now, so he's probably in the place where he don't feel like he need, like, oh, I don't need it right now. I don't need
Right.
it, and he may never need it. But that's not the point. The point is, bro, you deserve it. Like you
Yeah.
deserve 70% of that profit. So
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know any deals. I'm just talk like you said, total speculation, but Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, you just put all of us up on game about this business stuff because man, that's such it's very interesting, bro, and it's very very easy to sway a young American Idol winner, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
do something bad. And as far as merch specifically, bro, like my vision would be to do it like you and LaRussell, bro. Just buy the
Yeah.
press, create the logo, and do what you
But
will.
I mean, he would have to have a lot of people because
Yeah.
he's megastar. So
Yeah.
if you drop a t-shirt design and everyone buys it, and you got 12,000 shirts to make,
Fair
you're
enough.
gonna need a lot of presses. You need a
Right.
lot
Fair
of
enough.
people pressing it. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
I definitely would, if I was anybody that was close to him, I would definitely advise him like with these little, at least for the merch. I don't know about anything else, but at least for the merch, you know, make sure you go into the negotiations, understanding your leverage, understanding like
Mm.
your likeness has a lot of weight to it now. Your
Mm.
name has a lot of weight to it now, and it deserves a majority stake in whatever profit y'all make off of
Do it just like Tina Turner, man. She went and got her name
that.
and blew that shit up. She blew that
Yeah.
shit up, and now Iam Tongi has the opportunity to do the same thing
Yeah.
with the right decisions around
Well,
whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the people that surrounding him are a lot smarter than us, but that's just my
Hey,
2 cents on
hey, you know what I'm
it.
saying? He should be in good hands.
uh,
He should
so
be in good hands.
so we talking about Iam Tongi, and on his American Idol, I rewatched it, the American Idol finale episode. Did you ever watch the full thing?
No, not
Bro,
yet.
it's so cold. But one of the things that was real dope was he was back in Hawaii, and Kahuku gave him an honorary graduating ceremony because he wasn't
Hard,
able to graduate there. He graduated in Tacoma.
hard.
So he was there. They had everyone there present. Everyone was in their cap and gowns. They had the little thing. He said, he said some words. And this brings me to another topic. Let me read this word for word
Mm.
because I don't want to mess this up. But the Uso Dallas Casey, man, one of the coldest rappers ever, bruh.
Good lord. Yeah.
So the Uso Dallas Casey says, so how do we feel about non-Pacific Islanders making and selling lays?
Mm.
And it got a lot of people talking. It got a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people talking, a lot of people commenting. Uh and it's graduation season, so they're out there right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it, and how do you feel?
I'm not really too familiar with non polys making it. So, well, you know what? No, I'm tripping. Yeah, I mean they just give them out like at the airport and shit. Like when you touch down, that type of shit. Like the
Mm,
companies that make the easy ones and shit. But I'm just so used to seeing my auntie sitting down making candy lays and dollar lays and stuff. I don't know. I haven't really given it too much thought, bro, because it's like on one hand, most people think it's like a lay is a lay, but that's not the case, bro. Like that is a very traditional, very cultural thing that people just outside of our culture are not aware of, and
mm,
it sounds like just another play of you know the good old cultural appropriation, I guess. But I
mm-hmm,
mean, the Lay's itself has just become so commercialized within American culture now that anybody just has like a stake in trying to do it. So I don't know if there are more non-Polynesian people making Lay's and selling them than Polynesians. I'm sure there are just by sheer numbers, but it's like, bruh, man, fuck that. I guess we need to bring that back to the people too. We got to bring the Lay's back, but then how do you do that without, because it's already so synonymous with American culture also because of the state of Hawaii and shit. But
mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to frame whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're more familiar with it than I am. Definitely are, bruh. Because see
Well,
my auntie slaving away making dollar lays. Like, yeah, someone order her shit. That's what I would want. Like, order her shit, give her some money. Give my auntie, you know what I'm saying? She's over here busting her ass for this shit, man. Give us
yeah,
some money. So yeah,
I
what's up?
definitely, I definitely think the fact that it's majorly known, like a lot of people know it from Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that like once you get off the plane, they lay you. Once the cruise ships, they'll
Right.
lay you. And so I feel like just it's reached a lot of people in a way where it's very, in Hawaiian culture is brand. I don't want to say it is because I'm not too familiar with what's the actual culture and what's the tourism culture, but
Mm.
it's branded as very welcoming. Aloha is about love, loving everybody. And so when it's introduced in a way where you go, you're just a guy from Australia, you get on a boat. Once you dock, they give you these lays. They teach you about inclusivity, and they teach you about aloha spirit and loving everyone and accepting everyone and everyone's family. And then they go back and they take that same like sentiments with them, and you kind of incorporate that with everything you experience, which would include delays. So to these people who were never exposed to the culture outside of that type of environment, I don't see why they wouldn't feel comfortable coming home and doing that and saying, oh, this is aloha, this is
Right.
inclusivity, this is acceptance, this is love, this is family, we're all family. Like I could see why people would feel that way, right?
Okay.
But when you break it down, like to me, like so Dallas asked the question and I said the flower lays, the flower lay is something that I feel should be more uh it should be more protected. Like that, they should be like, that's us.
Mm.
When it comes to the candy, when it comes to the money, when it comes to all of that, to me, I'm very indifferent about it because like it just don't hold the same weight to me
No.
because it's not as culturally correct, right?
Right.
I still don't feel the greatest about seeing, a non-poly at a graduation selling it off because it's kind of like, damn, that's that even though that's not the specific version of our culture, that's still our culture.
Yeah, so you'd feel a bigger
Getting
way about seeing someone selling the flower lay than the
yeah,
candy lay because that candy lay is just a
it's like
version, a
yeah,
bastardized version of the flower lay, and the flower
yeah,
lay is a lot more synonymous with Pacific Islander culture, Hawaiian
yeah,
culture. So yeah, so
yeah.
but the flower lay has been super commercialized to the point where you know, like people will know it. I don't know. I don't know what
And
else.
it and it and just the manufacturing of it, it's not,
Hard,
I mean, of course, is an intricate system. There's things you got to do traditionally, but
right?
when you're talking about, oh, let's just put these flowers into a necklace,
Boom.
it's not, for people to just redo it themselves to make their own
Right,
little rendition of it. It's not that hard, especially the candy lays. It's super easy. But I
right.
was telling Dallas, I was like, I don't really see anything wrong with the money stuff because
Mm.
I personally don't like it.
Don't
I
like
just
what?
the money lay stuff. I don't like it,
Oh.
bro. And
Oh, so you
it's
got your own
different.
feelings on the money lays.
Yeah, it's different than the candy
Oh.
thing. The candy thing, when you're a kid and you get the candy lays as a kid, graduating from preschool or graduating from sixth grade or eighth grade, whatever. Like it's a treat. It's like it's an honorary thing. We're honoring you, but it's also for the kids. Because I was a
Mhm.
fat kid with a sweet tooth. It's a treat. But like the money thing, to me, I just feel like it's way too showy. Like
Mm.
I feel like the money thing, like they put the $100 bills, $20, whatever, and they do
Yeah, yeah, you see
the
some intricate ass pieces.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I've seen a
they
lot of
do the
those too.
kuingo with the freaking the money at and to
Yeah.
me, like I just don't feel like that represents our culture to the fullest.
Maybe
I
that
just
represents the person, the creator of that more than the culture itself, but people
but
will
it
never look at it that way. They'll look
if
at
that's
that
the
as just
case,
indicative of the
yeah,
entire culture.
it to me it just comes off as hella showing off, hella
Okay.
just not like just arrogance
Right. So
and
then at
and
least that's not the flower lay, which is more synonymous with real Hawaiian culture. So yeah.
yeah, to me the whole money thing in general, it goes against everything that we are as a people.
Okay.
We're like
Interesting.
well, yeah, we're like very together. We're very together, very
Hmm.
humble, quiet, soft-spoken people that get the work done. But
Hmm.
these graduations and stuff, it's all about, and I'm not talking about the being loud, the following and all that. That's great to be
That shit
prideful,
is great. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
That
But
shit is
just
great.
when you think about it, it's like you could have gave that envelope afterwards.
Right.
You didn't have to put that, like it
Right.
just I don't know. It's just not me, man. And maybe some people feel differently, which is fine. But
Yeah.
I'm not too mad at that stuff if that stuff were to just stop.
Yeah.
The flower lays, of course, culturally correct. The candy lays, our own little rendition of it. Some
Mm-hmm.
people don't have the money to get the actual lace from Hawaii, which is fine. So we
Right.
go with the candy, which is cool, and it's a good little treat for the kids. But like
Mm-hmm.
the money stuff and the other stuff, it's
So
just
okay, so how should we protect the flower lay? What
I
should we
would.
do
I
to
mean,
protect the flower lay?
just to get people to understand that we're not okay with that. Like if there's people selling stuff on the road or whatever, just to be vocal about it, to be like, that's not cool. That's our culture. They doing stuff to mimic our culture. They profit off of it, and none of that goes back to our people that
Mm-hmm.
created it, that started it. Like that's not okay. And some people gonna call it gatekeeping. Half of the people that say gatekeeping, I don't think they understand what that means. They
Mm-hmm.
just look at it as a bad thing. I don't think gatekeeping is bad at all. I think it should be
Oh, we
more.
know. Oh, you're a huge proponent of gatekeeping. We
I
know.
think I think people need to be more vocal about it. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, make this okay. So then, I'm not finna go to, an Asian dude for some tamales. I'm not finna go to a black dude for some tacos. I'm not finna go to a white man for some balsami. Like, it's just to be mindful of where you putting your money at, to be mindful of who you support, to be mindful of just things. And from there, you you go from there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Fair enough. Yeah, let's throw that question to everybody who's listening, bro. What the hell do y'all think about the flower lay and the candy lay, bro, and the money lay? Because
And
those
like
are some
people,
very strong things about the money lay, bro. Because, growing up, when you see it all the time, you automatically link it with, oh, this is how it is. This is
yeah,
traditional. You know what I'm saying?
it's
And
not though.
it's not at
That
all.
mug is
It's not.
new. That
Yeah,
was,
very new,
what I'm
and it's
saying?
it's
Like,
it's crazy how how we just incorporate other like Western culture or very American culture into our own traditions. And Hawaii is
mhm.
almost like the extreme because of what happened to them and the commercialization of their heritage and culture. So it's probably going to be very hard, to get that back. But yeah, it sounds like the solution is to just bang on everybody one at a time, huh?
Hey, you know
Bro,
what?
Cephal just wants to gangbang on everybody for trying to sell these flower lace, and I'm
Nah,
with it, bro.
I honestly, like, it sounds outrageous, right? It
Yeah,
sounds ridiculous to be like, so you just want to let everyone know that that's not okay?
right,
Like, have fun with that. It
right.
sounds outrageous.
Yeah, very cynical. Yeah, the very cynical side of me is like, yeah, yeah, good luck, dude.
But I'm
Because
telling
ain't
you,
nobody
bro,
gonna listen. But yeah, hey, you make enough noise.
I'm telling you, bro, like literally, and one of the funniest thing is one of the things that brings me hope and brings me like some sense of like this could happen
Hmm.
is watching these old seasons of Survivor.
Oh my
I
god, bro!
swear, I
Oh my
swear,
god!
I
Like you
swear, this
just put
sounds
like every aspect of Survivor into your life now, bro. My
not
guy is living
quite.
on an island every day, bro. He
I actually do.
swears.
I actually do live on an
he,
island
he
too.
does live on a pretty big one. All right,
No,
go on. What happened?
but bro, if you, I challenge you to watch something from the 90s, like reality based. If you watch some of this stuff from 23 years ago, 24 years ago, we was alive at this time.
Yeah.
Bro, the stuff they got away with during in the
Come
middle
on.
of national television,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Like you would never think that was okay. But we've
No.
moved to a point where it's been accepted over the years that, hey, that's not okay, that's not okay, that's not okay.
Right.
And even though 25 years ago it was perfectly acceptable, down the line 25 years later, the
Mm-hmm.
whole world, or at least America, has come to the conclusion that
That wasn't
you
okay.
can't physically threaten a woman as a man on national television.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't do that. You
Yeah.
can't, as a man, you can't say, damn, I wish I could take her down. I don't care if she had a third eye or
Yeah.
let
Pow
12
right in the
toes.
kisser. Like they used
Like,
to say things like pow right in the kisser, bro. Talking
yeah, the
about,
dude
him,
talked about punching her to the moon.
exactly. Yeah.
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 It was a television show back in his, what is it,
The
60s,
honey,
70s?
yeah, the 60s.
The
The
honeymooners,
honeymooners,
right?
bruh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he used to be like, pow, right in the kisser, talking about punching his wife. Like,
Yeah. And Ralph
you,
was just a bus driver, bro. How can you afford that house with a bus driver? But it was in the 60s. He could probably get away with it as, a fucking fast food worker.
you know,
But
I'm
still, he
saying,
was over here talking about beating the shit out of his wife, and that was entertaining stuff. And then but then you realize, like, in that time period, people were beating the shit out of their wives.
And it was fine. Like, it was normal.
Yeah, and it was fine. Right. So it
I
all
bet
harkens back.
I bet you if you would have told them people in the 60s and 70s, hey, one day you gonna punch your wife and you gonna lose everything you got. You gonna lose your job and all of that. They look at you alive.
I don't believe you. Get over here. I don't believe you. I'll beat the shit out of you right now.
They gonna look at you and say, yeah, but the cynic part of my brain is telling me that's never gonna happen. And then it happened. Yeah. So when I see these kind of things, I'm like, nah, it's doable.
It's doable.
It just has to doable. It has to be a collective group that agrees to it.
Cause enough of a stink and draw attention to it when they throw up on your shoulder. Okay? That's what you got to do, bro. Cause enough attention to it to be like, you know what? Maybe it's not okay. Let's get these fucking flower lake companies the hell out of here. Okay? I'm with you, bro. Yeah. I'm with you. And it starts with conversations like this on stupid shows like this. We're out here, bruh. I hear you. I'm with it, dog. I'm with it.
Hey, that's all we need. We just need people to think it's possible, and then it goes from there. So,
let me just ask you this: what is the best looking flower on a flower lay for you?
I don't know what it's called, but I like the purple. I like the dark and light purple.
Oh yeah, those are nice. I think
hella like that.
Chrysanthemums.
I hella like that purple color. Like, yeah. It's just very noble and royal to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. Yeah, it's like the color of royalty. Yeah. That's what they say purple is.
You know, Sacramento Kings. We ain't talking about them other folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only royalty I bend the knee to. You know what I mean? My kings.
Light the beam. Light the beam. I, sir, will lighteth the beam. It's the only king I'll bend the knee to. Shut the hell up over there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in the Commonwealth, but I ain't of the Commonwealth. You
feel ain't of the Commonwealth, bro. Okay? They lighteth the beameth over there. Come on, bro. That's cool, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Before we go, did you have any thoughts on the Eastern Conference Finals?
Oh my God, I actually want to take the time out to watch it, bro. That's fucking crazy. I still haven't seen Derek White's thing, but I guess they're comparing it to Derek Fisher's .4 against the Spurs. So I gotta watch that. Yeah, I had to bring that up. Lakers.
Yeah. No, bring up the Lakers.
That's crazy. That whole thing just switched, bro. Everybody was, the discourse has changed, bro. If the Celtics pull it off, what the hell? That's
crazy.
History yeah, that's crazy.
Has it ever? It's never happened, right?
I don't think maybe I don't know. Maybe not in the Eastern Conference Finals, but I think it happened. Well,
I don't know if it's ever happened. I know 3-1, 3-1,
3-0. Okay,
3-0.
I think this will be the first time.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't. I'm gonna be real. Like, first of all, that was wild. Because did you watch the game? You just read about it?
Just read about it.
Nerd.
Wait. So you watched the game live? Yeah, nerd.
Yeah, so when Jimmy Butler went up to shoot and they fouled him and he hit the 3 free throws, when he shot the ball and after everything before it was reviewed, it had 2.1 seconds. They had 2.1 seconds on the clock. Then they went and they reviewed it, made sure that it was a foul. Then they made sure that it was a 3-point foul. Okay. And while they reviewed it, I guess they looked at the clock and he got fouled at 3 seconds and not 2.1.
Oh.
And that was the deciding factor.
Oh.
Because literally, bro, if they had 2.1 seconds and they inbounded the ball, the first shot that they shot missed. He went up to
that was enough to give him 2 shots? Whoa.
It was enough for not even a shot, bro. Like he just literally just went up and put it back in. Like he didn't grab it, he just tipped it in. And that was enough. It was like 0.2 seconds left when it left his hands, bro. Ooh. So had they kept it at 2.1 seconds, it would have been over. So I think that gives the Celtics incredible momentum, but I ain't gonna lie, Spoelstra went on that post game and he was like, if we could play right now, we would. If we could play game 7 right now in the gym, right now, set it up, let's do it, we would. We gotta wait 48 hours, but we got this. Like he basically promised it. And he don't talk that spicy like that.
No.
Like, he's not like a Mike Malone or something.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
wait. So he was one of the most underrated coaches, like probably ever, almost ever. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
So
But oh shit.
I'm excited, bro. Like I know that Celtics look so weak in game 3.
Right.
They look done. I thought they was over with, but they
Mhm.
come back. I didn't watch game 4 or 5, but I watched the ending of game 6, and I'm excited, bro. I think it's
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's crazy.
So
I think
or maybe
okay.
today. I don't know.
I think it is today. Yeah, it's today.
Okay. So we watching that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's tight, bro. Oh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I just keep seeing it on fucking First Take and all the ESPN shit over there.
I think the Nuggets win though. The Nuggets is
Well, yeah. I mean, it feels inevitable that they're gonna win, right? Yeah.
the Nuggets. It don't look any different. I think the Nuggets is finna just whoop them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But that's cool. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really good. I gotta decide between watching Snowfall and that. I think I'm gonna just watch both. I still gotta do laundry. I still got errands to run this shit.
I got a long day ahead of him, man.
Yeah.
I told my girl, I was like, dang, it's 9:45, gotta go work and clock in. She started laughing. Clock in.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I guess.
Like, damn, don't dismiss what we do. We out here working
compared to us doing this, and then she goes and does a postal service where she does. I think she gets 26,000 steps in a day.
Okay. Well, comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, let us have this. Let us have this. Okay,
I gotta clock in. Gotta talk to my friend for an hour.
I'm so tired, bro.
Gotta make some clips on my phone. In front of the fan, have fun walking around for 26,000 steps, But yeah, did you? I thought that's all our topics that we chose today. But did you have anything else to add?
Nah, man. Just thanks again for still being here with us for some strange reason. Other than that, nah, I got nothing, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to us.
Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to the people watching on YouTube. The Polytickin Podcast on Instagram.
I gotta be better at doing that.
The patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast. Subscribe. Get some extra episodes for y'all. And if y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, look us up on social media at Hello Marcus, at Sefa and let us know how y'all feel. Oh, you know what else I was looking at? The algorithm really enjoys when you guys leave reviews and comments. So on Spotify, you can leave a comment. There's like a little question thing asking like, "Oh, what did you think of today's episode?" And then on Apple, if you're listening on the Apple podcast app, you can leave a review, 5 stars, or we like 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? And you write stars. 5-star band or say, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So go ahead and run us up on that. But yeah, if we don't have anything else, go ahead, Marcus, take us out, bro.
This has been another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. You shirt swimmers. I'm Marcus, this Sefa and bro. We're out. Go fossil 4.
Yeah,